It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Jaguars, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they too come in off the bye. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Niners set to take over for the first time, and it is the 23-year-old Trey Lance who has the keys to the offense in his third season now out of North Dakota State.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. ETN up the middle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. How about that? They weather the storm with a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this down to the 38. You look at this Niner defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this down to the 32. Now Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Eligible receiver downfield.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Toss left side for Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And he is going to slide to a halt inside the 5-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Jaguars. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Etienne bringing in another one. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with ETN. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. McLeod to return it. The Niners set to take over on offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Lance looking to throw it. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. And that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. And in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
4th
6.
quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here's Lance. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Offense.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the 49ers, they pick up their second win now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.